One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us from SV Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Old Dominion Monarchs. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Will kick it away to start us off. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Monarchs offense will be first on the attack. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
The Monarchs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop, you move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. And the Monarchs come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds a man in the middle. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, ODU. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Hokies offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do.
And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss. And the Hokies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Fires to the right. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Hokies will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not...
Fires one high and deep. He's got it inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop. And it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and Sneak gets it done.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Missouri came through with a lunch pail hard-hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question.
Breaks into the open. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. Going to the running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Hokies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Hokies are rolling down the field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll keep it on the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Hokies. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Dropping back, it's King. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so
strong. Pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On third and long, trying to push it deep. Got him downfield. Turning it on. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. The Monarchs will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll go to the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Third down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Balkinson. Shoots it to the left. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Really nice looking pass there. I'll tell you, they ask you to do a lot at Virginia Tech when you're the quarterback. You're expected to make plays with your feet because of some of the greats that have come before you, but you've also got to be able to hurt defenses throwing it as well. The entire playbook is open and at your disposal, and this guy right now, he's showing you with his arm talent, he could carve up this defense.
Leaves it with the back. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. After the 3. Up, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. And the Hokies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
4th down and short, you want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that 1st down.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. After the run, now to throw. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. To the air, it's Kane. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Monarchs decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive? To get the football back to your offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got a man. It's Duff. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Back to throw, it's Balkinson. Grab near the marker, it's Duff. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. The Hokies with the 1st and 10. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quick strike complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Give to the running back. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw, it's King. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
29 Philly.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw, it's Balkinson. Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. And the Hokies moving quickly to the line. The give to the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some... the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He's got it along the sideline. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Norfolk. And these 2 defensive game plans have been shredded a long time ago. Feels like it's just hang on and hope for a tip or overthrow or maybe a fumble from these QBs. Elite passers and dynamic rushers. Used to be you had to stop one or the other. Here in this second half, the challenge will again be twofold. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Ballard Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Monarchs will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning it.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Handoff to the lone back. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
The Hokies line up. To move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking for a man, it's Balkinson. It's complete on the right side. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Hokies have this offense rolling. They'll leave it with him. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this 2nd half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Makes it past the marker. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Use the play fake, down to throw. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Smith takes the handoff. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Balkinson. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you got a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8. second down. The run from the shotgun. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. The ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the defense doing a great job committing. commit to the run like this. You can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Dropping back, it's Balkinson. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down in bounds, that's really impressive.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Flips it out on the screen. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. It's up to the 37-yard line.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn up.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
And the Monarchs send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half of the same.
Oh, he's got some space. Smashes him with the... Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. He would not be denied. I think it's fair to say he didn't exactly have blazing speed on that one, but efficiently maneuvers his way into the end zone.
He had enough speed. to get into the end zone. That's what he had. That's all you need. You don't have to have the fastest 40 time in the world. Can you get in the end zone? Yes, he can.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Kane. He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Quick completion on the out. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They'll try the run. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll give it to the back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. He smashes his way through again. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? The Monarchs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Potts. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Gives it on the option. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. And the Monarchs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
The Monarchs line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch right at the 50. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, he's got...
Turning it on! They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Quarterback now breaking the field. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets the toe down, but didn't. Forward at all.
Well, I like the idea by the quarterback on that throw. He's just trying to spit it out to the perimeter quickly and give this guy a chance to advance it, but the accuracy was terrible. Well, that was a circus-type catch for 0 gain.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Complete to the left. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 2nd down coming up. The play action fake. Fires left. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Got room to work. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. dead center perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Hold it, finds his man on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point. They're being swarmed. They have...
He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Monarchs will punt this one away. just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Some misdirection with the counter. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look